Taurus, what is going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Deborah with Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is your reading for December from Purusha Intuitive. Purusha Intuitive is my YouTube channel, obviously. I love pointing out the obvious, which I'm sure you love, Taurus. Yeah, so sun, moon, rising, Venus. This could be Taurus cross watchers, or if the message just resonates. I believe that we hold all the energies of the zodiac within, so we can always be vibing as different energies at different times in life, right? Like everything plays a part, etc. So we're going to be looking at just the energy, your current situation, you're dealing with person, place, or thing, kind of what the vibe is. These are general collective energies. So if it resonates, it's meant for you. If not, leave it behind, right? Timeless readings, let's see. Okay, so addiction is popping up. Codependence, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block restraint. That's intense, Taurus. So I think it's really kind of looking at yourself, also looking at your partner. Even if your partner is kind of vibing in this addictive sort of way, we have to also reflect as where we're kind of contributing to the problem. Relationships, we attract our mirrors for us. And so there is something that needs to be looked at. I feel like, with this heart, with the key, this to me is really kind of talking about places that we lock different traumas, pains away, especially as it deals with love, This might be using addiction to kind of not face some issues that are going on in your life, avoidance, we kind of, if things are painful, we latch on to different outside things, right? Hoping that they'll make us feel better or that we can kind of avoid for a period of time. We all have coping mechanisms, right? Depending on what your situation is at, where that level of addiction is, just be mindful, obviously if you need to reach out for help or, you feel like your partner or whomever you're dealing with, friend, family member, etc., needs that, definitely make those calls, do what you need to, obviously. We want to make sure everyone's healthy, well, and safe. This is a really hard time of year too. It brings up a lot of triggering, and it feels like I said, with whatever you're dealing with, it is kind of triggering some of that stuff. And it does feel like there is a little bit of a closed off vibe, Maybe you are a little bit heartbroken. Yeah, shoot, with that hammer energy kind of smashing into pieces. But this might also be, this is interesting, sabotage, rebuilding, places that we kind of self-destruct, maybe aspects of ourselves that we hide, we lock away, and then when we get triggered, they kind of come out, and we have to look at those things. Oh yeah. I mean, this is a really healing energy. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. It's like a tough pill to swallow right now, because this does talk about, just some codependent behavior popping up. Maybe places where someone's trying to control or resist. And really, it is about love. It's about finding that balance. It's about, accepting what is. Love is not about how someone else makes us feel, right? Because that is a fleeting fancy. Love is acceptance. It's understanding that, everything, we're all different. We're all made differently. We see things differently. We understand things differently. And it can be really challenging, right, when we are in close relationship, because we hope that people are going to be the exact same or like we are, right? But that tension is actually what helps for growth and diversity. There's something that, you're being very, very, very This situation is heavily guarded, you know. Ooh, this is like just lots of sword energy, trying to think through, figure things out. You know, you might be heavily restricted. Someone is, you know, kind of blocking you. I mean, it's interesting. This is a very interesting dichotomy. So on one end, we have complete blockage, complete restriction. On the other end, this is about like being open and welcoming and friendship and kind of like putting out this offer to connect. And here you are right in the middle, or this other person, you know, depending on how the energy presents for you. Let's look at this a little bit more. Yeah, this does feel like your energy, Taurus. It's like you're trying to work around the blockages, right? Someone might have cut you off, or you feel like, you know, yeah. This is not an energy you wanted to get involved with, you know. I mean, I think that, there's a lot of difficulty, a lot of tension around this situation. And I don't know that you're feeling motivated and inspired to work around this. There is a lot of resistance. There is a lot of blockage, you know. On both sides, if I'm honest, it doesn't feel like just you or them. Yeah, look at that. This reminds me almost of that yin and yang energy. This is the Chariot. So to me, what I'm feeling with this is, you know, you both are trying to show up in the most empowered place that you can be. Like, I'm going to listen to my gut instincts. I'm going to follow those. And you both are doing that, but they just happen to be opposite of one another. And so there is resistance. There is refusal to kind of see through things. You know, Knight of Coins. This situation is going to take a long time to heal, to evolve, because I'm hearing it's like dragging of the heels. There's a lot of resistance around this. And really, this is about kind of getting to the deeper root issue. Why is there so much stubbornness? Why is there this inability to connect with love? And I feel like it's this element of healing for both of you. Like I said, it's not one person's bad and wrong and the other person is this angel on a pedestal. I don't specifically get that vibe. I feel like there's resistance on both ends. Yeah. I mean, you guys are just both coming from different places. And I don't see that like these barriers, these blocks are gonna lift anytime soon. I don't know. I mean, there's still like a lot of thinking about it, but you're in pain. I mean, I feel like you were really hurt, you know, maybe this person broke your heart. You're losing something out of this, someone that's close to you, someone that you had a strong connection with. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, the desire is to find a way to work around the obstacles that are present. I think it's just taking a little bit longer than what you had anticipated. Let's look at why that is. There needs to be, okay, like I said, it's this acknowledgement. So sometimes when we're just trying to push an issue forward because we want what we want, we forget to look at why we got into that situation in the first place, right? That element of like healing and growth and development. It's taking longer than anticipated because there's still healing that needs to be done, right? Something is being avoided. Places that there are toxic cycles and patterns that are popping up in this dynamic, in this relationship. It's kind of under lock and key. And honestly, what it ends up doing is sabotaging the connection. Because like I said, I do feel like you care about this person. You do love them, you know. They are a strong part of your being, you know, your world. You want them to be involved in your life. But again, there's still stubbornness and resistance on both ends. It's going to force you to reflect, you know, and generally this happens holiday season, right? I think you kind of want to, I feel like you're looking at things from this other person's perspective. You could be dealing with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you know, or this is just someone who's, you know, you guys kind of have a different vibe. Obviously, Taurus energy, it's earth energy. It moves a little bit slower. It's a little more grounded. It deals a lot in the practical world. Where the Queen of Wands is vivacious, business owner, magnetic, kind of puts herself out there. And remember, Wands energy is fire. So it's just someone who, you know, might not think things through all the time. Again, it's a different vibe. Where you would actually take time, they would maybe not. You know, they would move a little bit quicker, right? And so, like I said, it looks like you're able to kind of start reflecting from this other person's perspective. I think this actually helps move things along, is what it's saying. Yeah, because I think it's, you know, at the end of the day, ooh, okay, wait. Like, you have to understand why they're making these choices that they're making, you know? If they're putting you on black, if they're the one that's resisting you, I think you start looking at it from the perspective of like, well, why are they choosing this, right? What is it about them that wants to, you know, not necessarily connect with me or be friends with me, or, you know, something. And again, this has spurred off of some sort of triggering. You guys got in an argument, you got in a fight. It's been a little bit messy. Dude, lots of sort. These cards are intense, but I do really like them. So, I don't know. I mean, you know, I feel like they're approaching it. They have a very weird, interesting dichotomy. I mean, I feel like they are, like I said, they're trying to work at it in their own way. They're trying to connect with you in their own, but you guys keep missing each other. That's the bottom line. What is this? How so? Ooh, yeah. I mean, you know, honestly, guys, it's like, this is messy. This is messy, and it gets a little bit messier. I feel like the more you withdraw, the more you kind of self-protect, reflect, the more you wait, there's something else that happens, and this actually might bring a little bit more clarity to the situation and might actually help the understanding, you know, like something might happen with this other person that you're dealing with, and then you're kind of like, oh, that's why. It gives you, like I said, more clarity around this, because this issue, this is someone's life. Like I said, it's about to get really messy. It doesn't feel connected to you, honestly, Taurus. It really doesn't. And it doesn't necessarily, I feel like this is another party coming into the equation. This might be someone else involved. This is air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could even have children involved in this situation. This could be, you know, your partner that you have kids with, baby daddy, baby mama type vibe. Something gets very messy. you know. The Tower is always when, you know, things get kind of pulled out from under us, things that we weren't expecting. And this is something, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like you're... This might be something, this, like I said, another person who's trying to get something from you, trying to get something out of this situation. They might be connected to this Queen of Wands here, the person that you're actually dealing with. Ooh, that's how I'm hearing it. Self-care. All right, let's look. It just gets a little bit more complicated. And I feel like that kind of goes back to what we were talking about why it takes a while for it to heal, to find a little bit more balance. You know, I think that, like, kind of how we had talked about places that you are actually committed to this person, to this individual, taking that into account, you know, where are the places that you contribute to the sabotage, that you might lock yourself away, etc. I feel like you're going to get a little bit more understanding around this as time progresses. And this person, you know, there's going to be, like, whatever the situation is that kind of shakes things up a little bit more, it's going to help bring clarity to the overall. Because, you know, honestly, I do feel like it is moving back towards this love. But there still, like we talked about, there still has to be this healing. There is a natural order to everything, you know? That concept of sometimes we haven't learned enough. We haven't gone through all the lessons to get to that goal, to get to that outcome that we're seeking. And this is about you and this person finding ways to reestablish balance, to reestablish harmony, you know, to kind of come back and connect as you are meant to. Because there is, you know, the people that we vibe with in this life are few and far between. We all know how special those relationships are, you know. I'm not promoting staying in toxicity. You know, if this is something where someone needs help, then get help, right? But if it's just these idiosyncrasies or people functioning out of their wound, their pain, you know, yeah, we still might need support in those areas, going to counseling, therapy, relying on friends, educating ourselves, changing bad habits, etc. You know, but it doesn't mean that we can't heal a situation. And that's what it does look like. It does seem like there's outside factors playing a huge part. So be mindful of that. It's not a crapshoot. More is going to unfold. You're going to see things a lot clearer. You know, you kind of just have to wait it out. And in the process, self-reflect, you know, do a little self-exploration, how you can maybe show up a little bit differently, open your heart, give a little bit more love, kindness, etc. So I hope that this helps with whatever you're dealing with. Thank you for your time and energy. I so appreciate the listening ear. If you like the video, definitely thumbs up, share, subscribe. Let's build and grow the community. I love connecting with everyone, you know. If you're interested in me looking at your personal situation a little deeper, check out the services I offer. I love to support. Other than that, I hope to see you around. Thank you again. Lots of love and blessings always. Have a fabulous rest of December.